WA6AAJ, WA6AAJ, AA6, over. WA6AAJ, WA6AAJ, AA6S. Where are you, Michael? WA6AAJ, WA6AAJ, AA6S, over. WA6AAJ, WA6AAJ, AA6S. 6S, number 800.
Happy New Year to you, Michael. KC5DTU 712.
Happy New Year, Bill. Happy New Year, Kerry. I didn't think anybody would be out here. Boy, you guys are busy tonight. That's good. Good evening, Bill. We missed you over the last few days here. We hoped you'd be on yesterday, but I guess you had something else going. But we never did raise QUI down there in the Tascadero on 1296. So I think Mike tried, but he couldn't get him either. So I don't think it was because of propagation. Anyway, we had, even though I couldn't rotate the 1296 antenna, we managed to have other people helping me, and we got, I think, 17 or 18 check-ins, so not too bad for a night where I couldn't rotate over. Bill? What happened, Bill?
Nothing. I was talking to KC5DTU, I thought.
Oh, I was talking to you. I didn't hear you at all.
You can't hear me?
Go ahead, Kerry.
Roger, Roger. You and Bill had a perfect double there going. Hello, Bill. Happy New Year to you also. And I'm here, Michael.
Yeah, Roger, Kerry. KC5DTU AA6S. Yeah, well, anyway, I don't know what happened, but I thought Mike would be here, but no Michael yet. Anyway, Mikey is here, and Happy New Year. Hope it's better than the last one there. Can't be any worse. Anyway, over to you there, Kerry, and kick it to Mike there. KC5DTU. Good evening, AA6S, over.
Roger, Roger. Okay. Thanks a lot, Bill. And Michael, I'll give it back to you, KC5DTU.
Okay. Bill, KC5DTU, AA6S, K6MYC, and others for the 2-meter New Year's Eve, last day of the year, Bozo Net. Hi. Bill, you got to take 2025 two ways. We got a lot of things that we wanted and a lot of things we didn't want to hear. But we did get Trump in there, and he got a lot of stuff done that we want. You got to be happy about that. It was kind of a screwed up year, though, when, of course, nobody likes to see all the crap that he had to put up with. I think that's what you're referring to. Boy, what a pain in the butt. Anyway, and then, of course, the last few weeks have been cluttered up with all this fraud in Minnesota and everywhere else now, particularly here in California. Makes Minnesota look like a pauper. California fraud is just incessant, well in the hundreds of billions. It's terrible. But it's all coming out, all because of a 23-year-old guy by the name of Shirley that got a few videos of a child care center, and next thing you know, 200 million views later on YouTube and X and a few other places. He blew the thing wide open, and boy, everybody's on it now. AA6S and the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger, Mikey. K6MYC, AA6S. Yeah, that gentleman is pretty scary. He's mighty young. They ought to hire him and fire half the dudes that they got in the CIA, I think. But anyway, that's beside the point. Maybe they'll get rid of Omar or whatever her name is there and get her kicked out along with all her drug-running buddies there, and all of them. They all got jillions of dollars. And same in California. Not even going to have any Budweiser in California. Even Budweiser's leaving along with the refineries, and along with all the mom and pop stations. They can't afford $2 million to have their tanks pulled out and looked at and see if they're still in the ground. Anyway, back to you there, Mike, and I'll just stand by here. K6MYC AA6S.
Well, I think I missed the point of the last one. You talk about gas stations?
Yeah, all the mom and pop gas stations they can't afford to pull their tanks out. You know, it's like $2 million, and the only ones that can afford them are the corporate stations. So there's going to be hundreds of regular small gas stations just disappear. Go ahead.
Well, hopefully somebody will take that up in a lawsuit and stop that from happening. Is that that's the latest thing from Newsom Gruesome?
Yeah, it was something they passed about 2 years ago, and 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know, maybe Kerry no, but yeah, it's mandated that they have to pull their tanks out and get them checked and have double lined and all kinds of more sensors put down there and all kinds of stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's just another way to get rid of fossil fuel, and it's all pointless because it ain't going to happen. But unfortunately, you're right. It puts a terrible strain on a mom and pop station. That's terrible. I remember, though, when I lived in Morgan Hill, there was a gas station there that had a tank that leaked, and they pulled it up. Well, I think it was a mom and pop station. It was an ARCO, if I remember right. But I think the ARCO corporate came in and took it over and managed to keep the station working. They did pull the tanks up, and apparently they were. I don't know whether they were leaking or not, but somehow they determined they were leaking. I don't think they should pull the tanks if they can check them. If they could check it, and this was in the 90s and the 80s, for God's sake, if they could check the ground for leakage in the 80s, and we certainly have the technology to do it now, and there's no reason to pull the tank if it's not leaking. Over.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead.
K6BBG, by the way. Those laws were all mandated back in the 80s and 90s, and double-walled tanks were put in starting in the end of the 80s, first part of the 90s. So most of the stations have already been done. The only other thing you're going to have to add is more sensors.
Yeah, you getting that, Bill?
Yeah, Roger. How do they put the sensors in?
They dig up the top of the tank, go into the second liner, and install sensors in the liner. But most tanks are already done. Most of them all have that system in them. I know when I was managing a station in the 90s, we had our tanks done then. And California's been real big on that. The ARB was huge on it.
Oh, hopefully they're already done then. Of course, you can't believe anything you see on YouTube or anything.
Yeah, it's I think it's a redundant thing. You'll find out that not many stations are going to go out of business because of that. It'll be some other reason.
Probably lack of gas.
Yeah, that could be too.
Well, he's certainly putting the kibosh on the refineries. There's 5 refineries left in California, and they're operating on a shoestring, I guess, or minimal output. But he's trying to shut them down. But that's got to go away too, because this electric mandate is not going to play, and we're going to have that gas, or we're going to be paying like they say $7-8 a gallon or more.
Well, that's what he's aiming at, $8 or $10 a gallon, just to try and get everybody to get on the electric car roll, which isn't going to work. So I don't know. Hopefully, they'll come on with hydrogen power or something else that's smarter sooner or later.
Well, fossil fuel is when it's handled properly is fine, and we got a lot of that yet before we're going to run out of that stuff. The world still runs on gas engines, or diesel or gas or natural gas, one or the other. Anyway, let's see. We may have some others in here. Bozo Net, 2 meters on New Year's Eve of 2026. J6MYC listening.
982.
982. Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening, Mike, and Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to everybody on the frequency. We've got Kerry, KC5D2U, Alpha 6S Sugar, Bill, and K6BBG. I'm sure you're hearing your partner there, Dave, and of course, Gold. So far, that's it. I haven't heard Rob yet. Kerry, let me shoot it back to you and see if you have any final comments on the original subject matter. Kerry, KC5D to you. Boy, they keep coming up with more crap, don't they? They have a whole bunch of stuff today, not only California, but the other states, apparently. Some of the stuff that was done in Minnesota was, the word we get, and this may or may not be true, but Newsom apparently showed Tim Walz what to do and how to do it. Over.
Roger that. He's kind of the maestro, and AA Success was also in there, Michael.
I said that.
No, you missed him. You missed him.
Oh, did we double again?
Hey, you mean Kerry? I mean, Mike, I think, is in there. Michael, you in there? W6AJ?
Yeah, 727.
Hi. Happy New Year, Mike.
Happy New Year, everybody.
That was what I meant. Bill knew what I was talking about.
Roger, Roger.
Happy New Year, Bill. Happy New Year, Kerry.
Hello, Daryl, and Happy New Year to you. And it's going to get better.
Boy, my wife keeps saying that too, and I certainly hope so.
Roger, Roger. And good evening, Mike. Good to hear you in there also.
You too, Kerry. Happy New Year. And Billy and Rob and whoever else is in there.
Well, I think we're waiting on Rob.
Yeah, I'm in here. I'm just listening. The traffic has been pretty good, so I've been just listening.
Hang on a second. Hello. Yeah, is that KG6USS down there? Is that you, John? K6MYC Bozo 47, over. No, apparently not. He's not pointed this way.
How you doing tonight?
Okay, you're a little slow on the trigger. Did you come back to me, John?
This is KG6USS, Bozo 831 up here in the high desert looking over the San Joaquin Valley. Anybody copy? Hello.
Well, we're copying you, but you don't seem to be responding to me. This is Mike, K6MYC Bozo 47. Go ahead. You got no ears, or I got no power.
KE6VON 1040.
I guess I tripped the amp. Maybe I got too much drive here.
We heard you there, Adam. KE6VON, KM6SR.
I got you. Hang on just a second. Let me finish with John down there.
Copy.
KG6USS. Any copy now, John? K6MYC, over.
No, it's kind of a light copy. In there, Roger.
Yeah, I copy you. You're in a big fade right now, but we're copying you. KG6USS 47, 831. This is Mike, K6MYC. Happy New Year, John. And listen for others. Listen for others. Rob, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Mike. KG6USS, KM6SR. Did you copy Mike that time? It was amp tripping.
No, it's holding.
Both of you there. It's a little bit rough, but I'm getting both of you there, Roger. Yeah, I think you said your turn coming back, but you're very weak right now, KM6SR. Yeah, KG6USS 831 over here in the high desert. I'm hearing you guys pretty rough tonight, though, but I did get you there. Copy? Yeah, you came up good that time. Wish you and all your Southern California guys a Happy New Year, KM6SR. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, John, this should be better. I moved the antenna a little bit for you there. KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47, and then we got 2 or 3 others for you, John. Over.
All right, Mike. Yep, caught you. Rob. And, hey, thanks for checking in with me. And just on the line down here in Southern California. Roger.
Roger. Go ahead, Mike or Bill, whatever.
Hey, check in K6KMN.
K6KMN. Give us your number there, bub.
Bozo number 35 here in Lancaster. It's been raining here, and that's it kind of dampens the propagation.
Bozo 35 in Lancaster. We copy 831 here in Phelan.
We got you at KMN. We got good copy on you there, K6MYC. He's Bozo 35, Rob.
Okay, Mike, let him know that I got him down here in Southern California.
I think he was calling up this way. Anyway, Bill, you want to try John there?
Yeah, Roger. KG6USS. 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 AA6S, label 6 sugar. Not real strong, but we got you. Number 800 here, 800. KG6USS, AA6S, all over.
Wow, big time signal there, 800. Got you loud and clear in the little traffic desert here, brother. Thanks for checking in, Bozo.
Yeah, I think you got me from what I could gravel in the noise here, Mike.
He got you.
Yeah, he smacked me. He shivered my timbers there, Mike.
Okay, how about you, Mike? WA6AAJ, how copy down that way?
I'll give it a try. He's pretty weak tonight. KG6 USS WA6AAJ 727. Over.
What was the Bozo number?
727. 727.
Roger, on the 727. Okay, got you. Yeah, just popped up there, brother.
Roger. Not real strong tonight, but I'm pulling you out of the noise.
Yeah, it's been kind of rough tonight. Okay, but we got somebody else. Thanks for checking in. Bozo 831, KG6USS.
Anybody else for John down there before we let him go? K6MYC, Northern California, Bozo Net, over. Okay, it's all quiet, John, 7-3. And K6KMN, Happy New Year, guys. Everybody down there in Southern California, Happy New Year, over.
All right, Mike, Rob, all y'all down up there in the San Joaquin Valley, have a good holiday, and we'll catch you on the Sunday night net. KG6USS, Bozo 831, we're back to net control on the vehicle, Southern California.
Okay, and my best wishes to Pat, W6PMD.
Well, K6KMN, back to listening. The conditions here are poor. Not as good as usual, but anyway, Happy New Year, K6KMN, standing by.
You know, you're doing fine up here. Did you want to work some of the other guys up here? If you heard a call, give a call. Go ahead. Did you hear some call signs up this way, KMN? Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you, Mike, but your signal is way down from usually. I think my antenna's got water in it or something. Anyway, I did copy. K6KMN, standing by.
How you doing, Doug? K6KMN. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. Rob up here in Northern California.
Yeah, he's not hearing real well. Okay, let's carry on here. Who else do we have up here in the... We're looking for KB6RQU or N6SWR. Did you figure out how to get it out of the FM mode, Ben?
K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Good evening, Aaron, and we should get back to KE6BON also. He kicked in just as we were getting the LA guys here. So good evening and Happy New Year to you, Adam. KE6BON in the group, K6MYC.
Good evening and Happy New Year to all you guys as well.
And we've got you also, Aaron, 1079 1100. Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah, I think I'm done with the nets for the year. we'll let it roll over to next year.
Yeah, well, let's quit the net tonight, and then we'll start again later, maybe.
Yeah, Roger. K6US.
I guess the stream worked okay last night on 1296 for you, right?
Yeah. That was working fine. I knew you couldn't hear me very well, but yeah, of course, all we were showing was that the rotor was stuck, pointed at the coast, because the computer in the barn just does your rotor in the barn. The rest of the stream is all done from the computer in the house. But the computer was up and running, but of course it wasn't really doing anything because the rotor wasn't moving.
Oh, so we don't need that computer for anything except the rotator, is that it?
That's correct. That's the only reason why it's out there.
A lot of crap for nothing.
Well, that's why it's an old computer that Frank, donated. So, but yeah, last night with the rotor being broken, we could have done without it.
For sure. Okay. Well, there's a big monitor there, there's a computer there, and there's a keyboard there and a mouse. So, a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be dangling for little or nothing. Probably not worth having it on just 1296. Well, I use it. It's used on 2 meters also, so I'll leave it alone till it fails.
Yep, Roger. And the guys online do appreciate what direction you're pointed. So, but and of course tonight we can't tell which direction you're pointed because we don't have the 2-meter moon bounce array hooked up. But everyone will survive. K6US.
Yeah, well, maybe I should match the other one with it. It's pointed at 150 right now, by the way, guys. I should match this one to it, and then we'd be all right. Well, this isn't far off. What does this one say? 152?
226 is here.
Happy New Year, Ken.
Yeah, good evening all. WA60IB, just finished dinner and here I am. Hope everybody had a good wet day. We didn't get much rain, just little sprinkles, but anything's useful.
We're getting 1/10 of an inch per hour. It's just really coming down.
That's actually pretty decent. Okay. Good evening to Aaron up there, or out there. All right. I'll be here at WA60IB.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Ken. A6S. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Bill. Happy New Year out there in Visalia. Yep. Have a good one.
Happy New Year, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy New Year to Northern Clovis. Happy New Year, Ken and Aaron from KC5DT.
Well, Kerry, good to hear you, and I hear Phil up there. Hi, Phil. GGY saying good evening, too. So, all right. Well, the gang's all here. That's good. I'm getting, got my HF rig, my Viking Ranger and my Drake 2B fired up over here, ready for straight key night, and the doggone Drake 2B quit. So I drug it into the shop and found out it was just a bad, just a dirty crystal socket for the 40-meter band, because the 40-meter band quit. So anyway, I cleaned everything up and put it back together. So I'm ready for straight key night a little later on. WA60IB.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Looks like you got at least the equipment working. Now, if you can just make that straight arm work, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I can do that. I grew up with that.
Yeah. All righty. Well, let's see. We're still looking for N6SWR. He's kind of gone away for a week, and KB6RQU has given up altogether on us here. We thought for sure he'd be in here tonight for New Year's Eve. How about you, Rick? No such luck. Anybody else before we go toward the Tascadero?
680, Mike. Happy New Year.
680. Well, hi, Mark.
Kilo 6, Mike Tango Sierra. Happy New Year, guys.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, Mark, and good to hear you. Nice strong signal here. K6MTS 680. And I heard you, Ken, say that 884 was in here, but he's off the back of the beam. Let me see if I can hear you. Phil, if you're copying, make a transmission WB6GGY K6MYC. I don't hear him, Ken.
Oh, okay. He was in there just loud and clear, and I was not pointed. I was pointed out west, so I was halfway there anyway. So, evening. I hope he heard me.
Well, call him again. Call him now, Ken. He's in Twainhorn above Yosemite, but he hears well.
I know that. I just had to get the beam headed up his way. I already swung down towards the Tascadero. WB6GGY, WA6OIB. Well, great to hear you, Phil. Happy New Year to you there. And it's good to hear you on here. You betcha. All right, very good. Did you copy him, Mike?
Not a peep. Well, we've got you logged in, Phil, if you're copying me. So we got him. Happy New Year, Phil.
Yeah, you guys doubled. Mike's not copying you right now. Give him you got your beam up this way?
No, I'm pointed toward the Tascadero or toward LA right now, but I'll be moving to Tascadero. But I have to go all the way around through the Bay Area and on up to get him.
Yeah, I was talking to Phil, but that's okay. All right, Phil, well, he's got you checked in anyway. We'll be heading up your way. Hang around if you can. We'll be up your way in a little bit. We're heading towards the Tascadero pretty quick and then swing towards your way, so hope you can hang in there for a little bit. WA6OIB. Back to net control,
Okay, let's try a Tascadero. Here we go.
Okay, Phil, very good. We'll be up there in a little bit. He's going to stick around, Mike, until you get back up there. WA6OIB heading towards the Tascadero, or moving towards there.
W6QUI K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Fron? Why don't you call him, guys? I got a mountain in the way here.
W6QUI. I thought he said he wasn't going to be here tonight, but I may be wrong. W6QUI, you there, Ron? WA6OIB and the gang. Not a word.
He said he would be here, and he would not be here next week, so who knows?
Well, I think that is what he said. I remember that now. Okay, yeah. Well, he may be here any minute. We're a little early yet.
I can still hear the guys in L.A. No matter where I point, they're coming in, but not strong. They're just everywhere.
Well, those L.A. guys, they're like that.
Yeah. Okay. W6QUI, a Tascadero. We've got several people waiting to say Happy New Year to you, Ron, if you can get in there. W6QUI, KN6EIV, KB6WRW, or anybody else in Paso Robles or San Luis Obispo or Nipomo or any something down there. There's a beach. What the hell's the name of the beach down there? I can see you guys get over there every day.
Pismo.
What is it?
Pismo?
Well, Pismo, yeah, Pismo, but that's not the name of. Is it Seal Beach or something down there? Just right around in that same area, just south of Napomo and all those guys. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There used to be a guy that would check in from the beach, but he hasn't been in here for about a year. Okay. W6QUI, K6MYC, over. Well, the amp's still working, so. What am I working at here? That's about a kilowatt. I can live with that. Well, I got a little bit of VSWR probably because of the rain. That's why. That's why the amp kicked out. Anyway, no worries. One more call for Ron there, W6QUI. When he's there, he's there. Usually we don't have to wait for him. He listens ahead of time. K6MYC, over, Ron. Okay, well, we'll go on to Santa Cruz then.
Hello there, Tom. KW6S, WA60IB, if you're there.
WA60IB, KW6S, Happy New Year to all the Fresno group.
Hey, Happy New Year to you, too. Yeah, you're a good solid S9 here. Good evening to you. How's the rain doing over there?
Boy, it's just been like a light drizzle all day. I don't think it's ever stopped, nor has it ever gotten very heavy. So that's the good kind for giving it a chance to soak in here a little bit. And earlier today I decided to get on the air, and when it turned the new year, by the Zulu, I've been working away, so I really thought I wouldn't make any New Year's, but I forgot about the time change. So I've been pretty active here. And I'm hearing Mike in good shape, too. WA60IB, KW6S.
Very good. All right. Yeah, I'm getting, got my old HF rig, the Ranger and the Drake 2B fired up over here, and do a little straight key here in a little while. I start usually around 10, 11 o'clock, something like that, and work over until 2 or 3 in the morning. You know, a dozen or so guys just rag chew on CW. That's my New Year's. WA60IB. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, good evening, Tom. Big Signal, KW6S. And hopefully we have Lee in here also. Happy New Year, Tom. Great signal. And I'm sure Rob and the others are copying, so we got quite a few people to say hello to you. But let's just check and see if Lee is there, and we can double up on the Happy New Year's and stuff. Lee, are you with us? AF6 United, K6MYC in the group.
K6MYC, AF6 United, I am here tonight. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Ho, 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 ho. I guess ho, ho, ho is over. And like Tom, I've had some light rain around here, a little under a third of an inch, and I always like to have light and steady rain, because it's sure a lot better than those gully washes that you get every once in a while. And I hope everything's going okay there for everybody in the Central Valley. Sounds like you guys are finally getting some rain, and sounds good all around. Let's hope this brings in a good new year. K6MYC in the group, AF6 United. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. 1098, AF6 United, K6MYC. Very good. Well, we're getting rain. It started out late afternoon by little tiny droplets of moisture. But you couldn't call it rain, you would call it droplets of moisture. They wet some of the concrete that had been sealed, other parts of the concrete that didn't get sealed that didn't even show up. Well, let's call it 1/100th of an inch, okay? And that's boosted up now to it may be raining all the way up to 1/10 of an inch per hour, but nothing that's going to do anything. Probably won't even show up in the rain gauge in the morning. So pretty pathetic here so far, but maybe it'll build up. But sounds like you guys have had the same kind of misty, drizzly, next to nothing rain here as well, over there. Let me shoot it over to Ken for a hello to you, Lee, and then we'll get it around to WA6AAJ, AA6S, KM6SRR, and anybody else that can hear you guys over there. WA6OIB in the group, K6MYC. Where did Ken go?
Internet, Mike.
What? What did you say, Rob?
I think Ken is over on the 10-meter net right now, KM6SRR.
Okay, well, you go ahead, Ken. If you can talk to Lee and Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, I was hearing Tom. How you doing, Tom? KW6S, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KW6S, Happy New Year, and yeah, you're doing pretty respectable here tonight. And yeah, I forgot this is Wednesday night where we lose quite a few at the 8 o'clock mark for the 10-meter net there in Fresno. Wish I could hear it. I keep trying to tune for it and listen for it, but I've never been able to hear it. We get people from out of the area check into our Monday night 10-meter net once in a while, but usually from out of the country or out of the state at least. KM6SR, KW6S.
They're all vertical over here. I think that's the problem. Do you have vertical?
Well, I sort of do. I don't have any gain vertical, but I do have a semi-vertical. I have a trap sloper that actually does fairly well on 10 meters in that direction, but I've never heard them.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I was going to mention that to Tom, that they're vertical over here. You can always take a Yagi and turn it on edge as long as you don't have any mast in the way and get some gain that way. Anyway, good to hear you, Tom. I wasn't hearing anything from Lee tonight, so it's that same old thing. We only get a couple bands. KM6SR, back to net.
Okay, over to you, Bill. AA6 Sugar, go ahead. Well, he's gone. WA6AAJ, go ahead. Maybe they're both over on the 10-meter net.
Yeah, I heard Mike AAJ check in on the 10-meter net, KM6SRR.
Okay, well, that's where they are. I'll say Happy New Year for them to you guys over there. They would hear both of you with no trouble. Anybody else for Tom and Lee before we let them go? K6MYC. Nothing heard. So Happy New Year, guys. We'll see you next year, probably tomorrow night on 432, K6MYC.
Yeah, probably see you next year, and I'm going to kick loose and celebrate it at least towards the new year, although I did earlier at GMT. K6MYC, KW6S, KF6U, and KM6SRR on the sides.
All right, thanks, Tom. Good evening to you, and we'll see you next year.
Oh, I heard somebody calling for Tom.
Who was that? Go ahead, whoever called Tom, go ahead. I don't hear him.
No, I thought I heard somebody out there. Oh, well, I'll say 7-3 to everybody. I could just barely hear Rob, KM6SRR. So I will say 7-3 and Happy New Year to you too, Rob. But Sounds like you're not being able to hear me. So I'll say 7-3 and Happy New Year to everybody else. You too, Mike and Judy, and we'll talk to you next year. K6MYC in the group, AF6 United. Back to net.
Okay. This should be a lot stronger. I was actually a little bit past you. As you know, you're slightly south of Tom. I just went up to about 275, and it really makes quite a difference when they go from 275 down to 269 for you there. So this is the moon bounce array. It's quite sharp. This should be better. How's that?
Oh, yeah, that's quite a bit better. Although I could hear you Q5, as you like to say, armchair copy. So everything was just fine. The signal wasn't terribly strong, but definitely way above the noise. So I was having no trouble. But yeah, this is definitely pounding in a lot better there. So all right, 7-3, Happy New Year, everybody, and K6MYC, AF6 United. Back to you.
Okay, well, I'm running a little bit less power tonight, just a kilowatt, maybe 800 watts, because I've got a little VSWR. I don't normally have any VSWR on the moon bounce array, but it's raining here, and of course the elements get fatter. It's a fairly sharp antenna, so I think it's just the elements are a little fatter, so the frequency is going down, and a little bit of VSWR. So I'm running a little bit less power than normal too. In the barn, I have the 1500 watt amp from PQL. This one only makes about 1100 when it's working good. So there we are. 7-3 Tom, 7-3 Lee, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, we'll see both of you tomorrow on 432. K6MYC going on up into the Bay Area.
W2WRX.
Who was that? Who was that again?
Whiskey 2, Whiskey Romeo X-ray.
Yeah, W2WRX. Happy New Year. What's the word for it in Hawaiian? I can't remember. Go ahead, Carl.
So anyway, you're sounding good. Holy Matahiki Hao. Happy New Year there, Mike and the group here, the Ohanas, 2026 there. Back to you, over.
Okay, fine, Carl, 294. And yeah, I'm on moon bounce array, so it's very narrow. I moved it up a little ways, but I think I still have you on a side lobe. That's why I'm not as strong as normal there. If I go a little further, I'd go a while away, but then I have to come back into the Bay Area there. So I'm kind of splitting the difference here, Carl. Anyway, Happy New Year to you, and thanks very, very much for calling in. Let's see if there's anybody else that's copying you. How about you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm copying Carl. How you doing, Carl? W2WRX, KM6SR. Yeah, I heard you on the other net the other night, long time no hear, haha.
Roger, Rob, yeah, you surprised me when I went on that, what do you call that, that repeater, and I didn't know you were there until the other guy came back and you came back. So anyway, yes, thanks, Rob, for replying back to me on the that frequency, 146.745, something like that. Anyway, back to you, Rob.
Okay, Carl, and congratulations on the new radio. Good to hear you. KM6SRR.
Roger, Roger. Okay, back to you there, Mike.
Okay, anybody else copying Carl here up in Modesto, K6MYC? Sounds quiet at the moment, Carl, so you have a good one. We'll see you next year, my friend.
Roger, Roger. Have a couple of Mai Tais on me, and I'll have a couple of Mai Tais as well, and have a good New Year there, Mike and Rob. W2WRX. Aloha.
Mahalo. And thank you, 73, K6MYC. Now back to the Bay Area.
AB6SR.
AB6SR, I copy you. Fine, let me get toward you a little bit more. That should be closer. I think somewhere in this area, Stan, but we're hearing you fine. Happy New Year, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Mike, and Happy New Year to Rob. You're about 5 and 5 with me, Rob, if you can hear me. Okay, so a few other people checked in. I did hear Carl just barely because I'm pointing at you, Mike, but could just hear Carl in Modesto. Couldn't copy him very well, but could hear him. Anyway, I won't stick around.
Hang on.
Anybody who's listening, Happy New Year. And as you mentioned earlier, the rain is sort of barely rain. I think there's some coming. We've had a bit. Perhaps we've had a tenth of an inch today. Sort of started out as drizzle, then heavy drizzle. Then we could watch the rain falling, but didn't amount to much. So that's how it is here in Los Gatos. So anyway, Happy New Year to everyone who's listening. Back to you, Mike. K6MYC AB6SR.
Oh, that's Dennis in there. I hear somebody underneath you, but you're a perfect copy, Stan. No problem. And Happy New Year to you. Good signal. Real solid. I'm on the Moonbounce array tonight, so I'm glad I must have it pretty much pointed right at you there. Thank you, Stan. Let's see. You said you were hearing Rob. Rob, were you hearing Stan at all?
Yeah, I was listening on the 10-meter net. What was that again, Mike?
AB6SR, Stan in Los Gatos was copying you about 5 and 5. You want to give him a quick call?
Okay, how you doing, Stan? AB6SR, KM6SRR.
Hey, Happy New Year, Rob. I hope you can hear me. That's it for me.
You get your Happy New Year, Rob?
Yeah, he's kind of up and down for me. I thought I heard him, but then lost him. Anyway, yes, Happy New Year to you too, Stan. KM6SRR.
Yep, see ya. Happy New Year, Rob.
All right. Very good, Stan. Have a good one. Happy New Year to you, and we'll see you next year, by golly. Probably not tomorrow night on 432, but next Sunday night, perhaps. Take care. Enjoy. And welcome in the new year. Let's hope it's a dandy. It's going to be active, I can tell you that. Whatever is going to happen, it's happening big time with all the fraud and other stuff coming out. Finally, get that stuff washed away and cleaned up, and we'll be able to have a little bit less income tax, hopefully. Jesus. AB6SR 73, K6MYC.
Yeah, cheers, Mike. 73s.
Okay, who else do we have in the Bay Area? K6MYC.
Yeah, this is WB6W91090. How copy?
Well, pretty good, but I'm not pointed at you, so I'll peek on you next time. Good evening, Gary. 1090. KWB6WNI. Happy New Year, my friend, and I'll turn on you. Go ahead and make a transmission.
Well, thank you, Mike, and Happy New Year to you. Dan, Happy New Year to you. Good. And I could hear Rob. I don't think I want to hear you. No. You know, there's progress. Anyway, I wish you Happy New Year. I'll try these on 432. The last time we tried 432, the power was out, Mike. So let's hope the power doesn't go out for this 432. Yeah. Anyway, Happy New Year, and we'll talk with you maybe just as little as one day into the new year. K6MYC and the good
Okay, boy, oh boy, this antenna does not hear you near as well as the big tall one. This one doesn't get over the ridge into your spot very well, but we copied 100%, but nowhere near what you're normally signaling. But that explains why Rob doesn't hear you very well, because if you're marginal to this antenna, you're really, really poor to him, because he's got more blockage than I have. But anyway, great to hear you. And okay on 432 with your power outage last time. Well, we'll try for you tomorrow night. I'll be here in this shack again, operating on 432 from here I'm on the moon bounce array, as I say, which is also in the big shack in the house tonight because the rotator's still not functioning in the barn. We'll get her going, but we haven't had time to look at it yet. All right, take care. Happy New Year, Gary. Let's hope we have a good one in 2026. I think it's going to be a dandy. WB6 WNI, K6 MYC, clear, and look for anybody else in the Bay Area.
W6PQL.
Okay, W6PQL. Good evening, Jim. Probably have to bump a little bit more to the north for you, but good signal. And Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year to you and yours. 5 and 8 is what I'm getting over here. It varies, of course, but that's where you are right now, and you sound good. Got a little bit of SWR here myself. It's about 1.2 to 1.4 to 1, something in that range, about 2 bars of reflected power. So you're not the only one with an antenna that's somewhat sensitive to rainfall. K6MYC, and by the way, I did hear Jim Eagleson in there also. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put Jim down. So far I haven't heard him, but we'll have a listen there. Fine, I got you peaked up pretty well. You're doing well. So no problem. And the band is nice and quiet tonight. It's raining, drizzling here. I think it's drizzling everywhere. Must be an area of about 1,000 square miles or more that's just drizzling. We're getting about 1/10 of an inch per hour here. It's not going to have much measurement. By the time we get up in the morning, I may have 1/4 of an inch in the bucket. It's awful. It's wet, but not very wet even. You can stand out in it for about 15 minutes before you better go change your shirt. Hi. It's pathetic. All smoke and no fire. All right, take care, and we'll see you, of course, next year on 432. W6PQL, K6MYC.
All right, Mike, 7-3.
All right, who else do we have? Let me see, WB6JNN, 285, WB6JNN, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, WB6JNN, Juliet, November, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, and Norway, standing by. Mike, are you hearing Jim on there?
Yeah, I heard him. I was turning I went and pushing buttons on the wrong controller here. I got 2 controllers side by side, and I went up and turning the elevation mechanism here. Luckily, it's not turned on, so it didn't do anything. I thought the display lit kind of dark. Well, it's in there, but it's... well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's blown. Yeah, elevation mechanism looks like the rotor's blown. Probably the same problem that we had when we had that problem. I hadn't used it, so I haven't caught it. But it looks like the controller's at least dead. Anyway, Jim, make a little more transmission, and I'll peek on you now that I get the right controller in front of me. Over.
Okay, very good. We'll give it a shot here. So, and going up and down, much the same. That's going on.
WB6JNN, K6MYC. Now, you're on the makeshift, you're on your normal antenna here, but with a makeshift feed line, is that it? Way down on that answer, I didn't get the answer.
You're on the S4,
Okay.
He says you're 4 and 4, Mike.
Yeah. If I'm 4 and 4, that's why I'm hearing him very poorly here. The moon bounce array is not in the best position to work to the west, because I looked through my neighbor's house here that's to the west of me about 1,000 feet and higher. So that's the problem. I'm probably lighting up her TV big time here. Anyway, thank you for the relay. Good evening to you, Jim. Happy New Year, and we'll see you on 432. Probably a lot better tomorrow. That antenna's a little higher, I hear you quite well on 432 mostly. Maybe you might ask him, Stan, is he going to be operational on 432 tomorrow?
Jim, are you going to be operational on 432 tomorrow?
Probably not. Probably not. It's raining. Wrong side of the microphone here. That may help. Anyway, it's raining, so I probably won't do a ton of work, but I do have a beam. I can aim that direction. It's only 7 elements, and I might be able to get it, but we don't have a good pass on 432 anyway. WB6J is.
I got it. When he talks on the right side of the mic, I can hear him. Over, Stan.
Yes, very good. Happy New Year, Jim.
Yeah, you got to use the right side of the mic, Jim. Let me tell you, I know you're a newbie. You've never done this before, but you're just getting used to your radio. But you do have to talk into the side of the microphone with the slots in it so that the microphone hears you. 7-3, Happy New Year. If we hear you, we hear you tomorrow. We'll listen for you anyway, Jim. WB6J and N, K6MYC. Bye-bye for now.
See you later. And, well, it's a new mic, you know, and it's not a new radio, so I have some excuse. Although microphones, I should be talking into the backside of the microphone. I don't care. WB6J and N.
Yeah, well, if it was my microphone with my blindness, I would paint it bright yellow on one side and black on the other. Then I know I'm talking into the right side because I can't see the black. 7-3.
Well, anyway, yeah, you're only S4, but you've been up to S9, so I think path is pretty poor. WB6J and
yeah, well, that was way up that time. Early armchair copy on that last one. So, yeah, the path is inconsistent here. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. Happy New Year again, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. K6MYC. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah, you were up to 7 that time.
7-3. All right, anybody else in the Bay Area, please come now. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
Happy New Year, KB6 WFD.
KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. 775. Happy New Year, Mike.
Thank you. Yeah, Happy New Year. And it's raining here. It's going to rain a little harder, like maybe for 5 days straight. So enjoy the rain.
Yeah, well, it's just drizzling, and it'll be wetter in the morning. We're getting it isn't even running hard enough to get any kind of water streaming off the roof like it normally does right by the shack here. But anyway, we're getting it, so hopefully you're doing okay up there in Daly City. Happy New Year, Mike. Good to hear you. Thank you much for all your participation around the year here. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Mike. Good evening.
Okay, anybody else? How about, let's see, KE6 IQR? That's not right. KE6. I forgot. Forgot Gary's call. Anyway, he looks like he isn't in there. He said he was going to be gone for a couple of weeks, so I guess that's it. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC. Okay, I don't hear anybody. I'm going to go up to Oakley. Here we go to Oakley. Okay, N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. In sort of a late rainy day up there, we had about 0.2 of an inch so far. High temperature 45. And dinner, I got to give myself a D- on kitchen management. I had planned to have filet mignon for dinner, and in the section where I keep the steaks, I grabbed something that was looked a little different when it was frozen, and it looked even more different when it was thawed out, and it really looked different after I cooked it. Turned out to be mahi. I'm sorry, ahi tuna. It was good anyway, but It's getting hard to manage just routine things these days. We're getting ready for the Rudy contest this weekend, and John W6WZZ is listening, and he's got a 2-meter antenna up. So, if okay with you, I'll turn it right over to John.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, John. You hear that, Mike?
I don't hear a peep.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe the antenna's not up to snuff yet. Anyway, he's trying to check in, Mike. He keeps working on the station, so one of these days it'll be okay.
Well, I've got the antenna moved now. If he'll have him make a 30-second transmission, and I'll sweep across him and see if this is the moon bounce array, so it's very sensitive. I may not be pointed just right for him. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Did you hear that, John?
Yeah, I did hear that. I got it. I had to turn the antenna.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Now I hear you, John. Go ahead, John, W6WSS, K6MYC. What is it, 11:45?
Mike, you went way down.
Yeah, I didn't crank it up all the way, so I'm not going to crank it up all the way. But it's up in the air, and it's working, so I figured I'd get out here. Maybe next week I'll have it up in the air further.
Okay, well, we got you. I should be back now. I was way over to the west, Ken, and you dropped down also. W6WSS, 11:45, if I'm not mistaken, John, over.
Roger that, 11:45, and it's Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu, and K6MYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu, clear?
Yeah, W6WZZ, K6MYC. I guess I always put the sugar on there, but just because that's the way it appears in my brain, SS's and Z's are almost the same. Just backwards from each other. Anyway, good to hear you, and it's working. It's just not as strong by any means as Ken is, but he's got more power and more height. But your Q5, once I got on you, and once you turned the antenna toward me, you probably can optimize a little bit. If you can rotate it with a rotator, you can sweep back and forth on me while I'm talking here, and that should give you a peak point, and just make a mental note of where to point if you have some way to do it with a needle or a number, directional number. Anyway, I've got you right about 300, so it should be reciprocal of 300, give or take. Hi. 73s and Happy New Year, and congratulations on getting the 2-meter system going. The higher the better. Just keep raising it and you'll be better. W6WZZ, K6MYC.
Better. But I got you
Great big double.
now at 300 easy, so it sounds good.
Yeah, we doubled according to Ken. Apparently you didn't wait for me to turn it over. When I'm working somebody that's weak like you are, I always use call signs on the overs. Over. So if you don't hear call signs, don't pick it up. Like that. Okay, W6WZZ, K6MYC, over.
Okay, we'll talk to you later, and I'll get some more work done on this antenna getting up higher. K6MYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, 73. Over to you, Ken.
Yeah, okay. Nothing much more to report, but good to have John and his band. So, hey, you guys, anybody hearing me, Happy New Year. I'll probably be on 432 tomorrow night, but I won't guarantee it. It's holiday, you know, and 6RO.
You won't be suffering from a hangover, I'm sure of that. Let's see if Ken's back. Ken's here, but he's been on 10 meters. WA6OIB, are you here, Ken? Rob's here. Rob, say hi to Ken.
How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SRR.
Yeah, Rob, you're doing fine up here. And did you hear my dinner report?
Yeah, I did that one time too. So I guess you got to label them, huh?
Yeah, I put, when I get frozen fish, I put them in freezer bags, and I forget to label them. But I learned a lesson. Anyway, good to hear you. Happy New Year.
Well, mahi isn't bad for a New Year's Eve. Filet mignon might be a tad better, but mahi's a premier thing in Hawaii anyway, so you didn't do bad.
Oh, and Happy New Year, Ken.
Just that I got out of schedule with it.
Yeah. And a little double there.
No big deal. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. We'll see you on 432 if you can make it. And Happy New Year to you, Ken, and very, very much luck in the new year for contests and in general. Let's try to stay on top of the ground, okay?
Yeah, much better place and no falling down.
Yeah. All righty. See you later. Happy New Year. N6RO and W6WZZ. 73 guys, K6MYC. Now, KD6WVL. How about you, John?
Night, day, night.
Night.
K6MYC, KD6WVL, 1179.
Okay, 1179. We've got you, and I'm pretty sure Rob's hearing you too. Rob, are you hearing John over there?
Very weakly there. How you doing, John? KD6WVL, KM6SRR.
Oh, you're sounding good, Rob. You're like 5 and 7 here. Good copy.
He's running power.
I was going to say, you guys have a good advantage on me.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you from John, Rob.
Okay, yeah, I heard him that time, Mike. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, John. Good to hear you there. KM6SR.
Hi, Happy New Year to you and all the net. KD6WVL 73.
Yeah, the band is up and down, particularly with the lower antenna here. I'm on the moon bounce array. It's only at 70 feet, and I get more fading. I'm noticing more fading on stations here. I don't think it's band conditions as much as it is just the lower antenna. High gain, but lower to the ground, and sometimes not a very good shot in your direction. I have other hills in the way and stuff.
Dead on the money, I think, are close enough anyway.
I hear Dennis in there, so let's see if there's anybody else, and I'll go toward the Bay Area. Toward Sacramento. K6MYC. Anybody else want copying me here?
Not really all that strong at the present time, but yeah.
Nope. Okay, here we go towards Sacramento.
Wait.
Okay, WB6ISO, WB6ISO, K6MYC.
I hear you, Mike, but your signal is really down on the freeway. Your signal is very, very low to me up here, but anyway, pleasant good evening, and the other thing right now to hello, Mr. Rob, KM6SRR.
Yeah, how you doing, Dennis? WB6ISO, KM6SRR.
I'm doing pretty good. Signals are just down this evening. I hear you, but not real strong. You going this way?
Yeah, I pointed that way. I think where I normally get you, and you're not too loud either. I guess it's just conditions tonight.
Yeah, I've been listening to Mike. He's been up and down like a bloody yo-yo. It's just conditions. Anyway, good evening, and we're waiting for Mike to get up here and we'll get checked in. And I just want to say a Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Dennis. We got you. I just didn't have the antenna on you. But this is the moon bounce array. It's like your quad array. It's very sharp. Anyway, do you have anybody else besides yourself?
Mike, you betcha. And a very pleasant good evening to you. And I've been listening to you. Your signal up and down everything. Say a very, very Happy New Year to you. Over.
Yeah, very good. WB6ISO, K6MYC. Happy New Year to you, Dennis. And I asked you, but you doubled with me. Apparently, you're not hearing me that well. You're 5 and 9 here. But what I asked you was, do you have any other check-ins beside yourself? Over.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry I doubled with you. I apologize for that. But anyway, yes, I did talk to Kent, KA606, 160, and also Dave N1 Papa 336. So if you could check them in, and I was talking to Richard. I'm sure you'll be able to check in 249 over there in Nevada. But anyway, had nice signals that way. And a very pleasant good evening to you. And we also have other stations out here waiting to get checked in. So I will get out of the way and wish you and all a very, very happy New Year.
Okay, same to you, Dennis. Look for you next year, maybe tomorrow on 432. Hi. Thanks for the other check-ins here. WB6ISO, K6MYC, over to KJ6KFB. Or KO6KD.
6NYC, KJ6KFB 756. Over.
Yeah, got you, Darren. I'm probably a little bit too far to the north for you, but I got good copy on you. KJ6KFB 756. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And hopefully this next year's better than the last. It's been a rough one, but we managed to get through it.
Yeah, your transmissions are pretty short. I didn't get a chance to peek on you. I came back a little bit, and you came up, I think. But anyway, sorry we missed you. I don't think you were there. I don't think you were there for yesterday's 1296. Were you over?
No, I'm sorry. I got pulled away yesterday, so I did not have the opportunity to try you on 1296 yesterday. Over.
Well, it's not a problem. I couldn't rotate the antenna, so I was pointed toward the Bay Area. So I was relying on Paul, K6 Whiskey India Sugar, to check you guys in. And he did hear 759 John, KR6MR, but he did not hear you. And I assume that's because you weren't there. So we did not check you in, obviously. No worries. It's we did try, however, but I wouldn't have been able to hear you directly because I couldn't rotate. I was stuck in the Bay Area. Even so, with all the help that we had 17 check-ins, so it wasn't a bad night. Thank you, Darren, for all your participation, and sooner or later you'll be more consistent on the 222 and 1296 bands there. Happy New Year. Perhaps we'll see you tomorrow on 432. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
Came up nice in the middle of that last transmission, but it started fading quickly. At any rate, carry on, Mike, and hopefully we'll be a little more active this next year. KJ6KFB, KO6KD and KR6MR are out here waiting in the wings.
Okay, well, I'll pick them up. We've got Dane, KB6JNP on frequency here. 73's Darren, and we'll pick you up. We'll pick up the other guys in just a second here. Dane, good evening to you. WB6JNP up in Course Gold. Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you. It'll, be a fun one, and I'm sure. And we'll see how it goes. Nothing new to report at this end, just off and on sprinkles.
Yeah, same here, off and on sprinkles, maybe a tenth of an inch an hour on average at that. And that we didn't really start to even have water droplets. We had a little perception of water that touched your ears if you walked in it, but there was that wet mist, I guess you'd have to call it. It wasn't wet in the concrete very much. But then later at dusk it started to rain, and just lightly, real light. Again, if you stood in it for 15 minutes, you'd get wet. So we're not, and it seems to be the same way everywhere from Santa Cruz all the way around. Every direction I'm hearing, it's the same kind of thing, real light rain. Over.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Like I said, it was really, for the most part, not even raining today. We had, a little moisture on the ground, but that was about it.
Yeah, well, that's what we had, that kind of a wet droplets of heavy mist. pretty of a dull day, so to speak. Didn't go out in it very much, obviously, for no reason. Just wasn't very pleasant to be in. The cat was really pissed off because he was out in it and he was doing fine. My big cat, Sparky. And then it started to rain on him, and by the time he got in, he got quite wet. And Judy actually had to dry him with a towel. And boy, was he upset. He let us know that it was doing something out there that he's not ready for.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Well, it's interesting because looking at weather, it says it's 50 degrees outside, 50 and cloudy. And they'll bring up rainfall and see what we got. But yeah, like I said, it is kind of warm.
Yeah, it's not cold. It's just ugly. 50 degrees or 45 degrees and damp. That's not pleasant. All right. Take care. Happy New Year. We'll see you tomorrow or next year on 432, whichever comes first. Over.
Okay, no problem. And yeah, like I said, everything looks good at this end. We're showing supposedly we had 80% rain today, but who knows what it actually come out like.
Yeah. If we have anything measurable in the morning, I'll be surprised. Anyway, let me go over here to the rest of Sacramento and see if I can hear the guys there. 7-3, Dane. WB6JNP, K6MYC, standing by for KO6KD. How about it, Bill?
Yeah, we're showing 0.13 inches for the day.
Mike, KYC in the group. Here's KO6KD, Bozo 776, checking in, sir, over.
Yeah, got you a pretty nice signal down here. I'm not sure I can get any more out of you. Very steady, so I must have the antenna pretty close. We're at in the house tonight. We're still on the moon bounce array, which is quite sharp, as you know. Anyway, good to hear you, and good deal this morning. We had a good chat, and just stayed around in the house most of the day. It was kind of a dreary, droopy, drizzly day off, and wet-ish until the evening, and then it started to actually rain a little bit. Dane just reported he's had 0.17 inches so far today. He's in course gold. KO6KD, K6MYC. Happy New Year. Band is really flaky. It dropped way down that time, but we got everything 100%. See you in the morning, perhaps, and see you next year, so to speak. And look for you on 432 tomorrow night as well, of course. KO6KD, K6MYC, over to KR6MR. KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC.
He's calling you underneath you.
Okay, well, yeah, it's up and down, and this antenna is very sharp, so you have to give me longer time to tune on you there. I got you, John, and Ken is back also, so I'll turn it over to Ken and let him say hello to all you guys up there. WA6OIB, go ahead, Ken, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and the gang, WA6OIB. Hi to John there, and Bill, if you're still copying, Happy New Year to you as well. And I hope everything's going well up there for you. Anyway, thank you much, guys, for a good year, and we got another good one coming up. WA6OIB. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, Happy New Year there, Ken. KR6MR.
Okay, 7-3, John, 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow or next year, whichever comes first. Hi. KR6MR, KO6KD, K6MYC. Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year and take care. I'm going back over to Simplex, KR6MR.
Yeah, let me see if I can hear Redding from here. Let's see, I'm at 328, 326 for you guys. This is probably the most accurate heading for you. The other antenna's off a little bit. I usually have to go to 332. So it looks like it's off about 6 degrees. Anyway, let's look for Redding. Redding, do you think I have any propagation all the way up there to Redding where it's raining? KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, or KO6HS, Kilo Oscar 6 Hot Sugar, K6MYC calling Redding and standing by. Over. Redding, KD6SW. Give me a little more chatter. I'm trying to find you. I think you're in there, but I can't find you. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. Over. I got you now. It's Q3, readability 3. Very poor propagation tonight on 2 meters, but it's probably because of the rain. It's kind of musty, rainy here. Real slow, nothing rain in terms of volume, but the weather's sure screwed up. Anyway, Happy New Year to you, Rich. Happy New Year, Rich. And hopefully I'll hear Jerry in there. KD6SW and over to KO6HS, K6MYC. Over, Jerry.
He's probably already partying there, Mike. Over.
Oh, was that you, Rich? That was good signal there about the partying. Was that you, Rich?
Oh, yeah, that's me, but I didn't hear Jerry come back to you there, so he's probably got a group of people over at the house, and he's slugging them down already.
Yeah, he probably is, but you came way up. I'm surprised. The band is up and down, so we're liable to lose you. Happy New Year while it's up, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll get some of the better conditions as well tomorrow night or next year, whichever comes first. Over.
Yeah, next year sounds like so far away. All right, well, Happy New Year down your way there, too, and I'll see you next year, Mike. Over.
Okay, very good. Let's see if Ken's got any copy on you. OIB, anything from Rich up there?
Just a word now and then, that's it.
Okay. Ken says Happy New Year to you, Rich. He's just getting a word or two now and then. KD6SW Redding, Charlie November 80, K6MYC 73, and if you hear Derry, give him our best wishes for the new year. 73. Okay. Now, anybody else in this direction? K6MYC Bozo Net, New Year's Eve. Okay, we're going to go to Nevada. Okay, Nevada. We're not sure where exactly to point for Nevada here, but this should be close. KD6BQ, K6MYC, over. Oh, he's probably partying.
KD6BQ, number 249. 249 in Nevada. You're pretty weak tonight, Mike, over.
Well, I just have to point at you. This heading, this is the moon bounce array, and it's a more accurate heading. So I went to the heading that I normally would go to, but it was too far. Over.
Okay, we'll give you a little chatter, see if you can peek up on us. But yeah, you're really weak, really weak down there, Mike. So anyway, K6MYC, KD6BQ, up here in Nevada where it's raining lightly right now and 35 degrees. So anyway, warmer than it was last night at this time. And so hopefully here we've given you enough chatter to find your way to peek up on us there. K6MYC, KD632, number 249 in Nevada, over.
Roger. We got you. You were up on a peak the whole time, and then you started to fade right at the end. Band conditions are up and down. We should have a good path. It's just band conditions, Richard. It's just band condition, Richard. Let's see if Daniel's in there. KE7UQL, how about it, Daniel? K6MYC, over.
Here is 272. Here is KE7UQL. I have you, Mike, over.
Yeah, very nice signal, Daniel. No problem copying you. And I bet you that Ken's copying you and maybe even Rob. So let me shoot it to Ken and see if he can give you and Richard gradings and a signal report. Happy New Year, Daniel. WA6OIB, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC and the northern guys, WA6OIB. Both of you guys got good signal here. In fact, Richard, you were, when Mike said you went down, you went up for me, so you went up to an S5. So anywhere between 3 and 5. And Daniel, you're about a solid 4, about an S4. So anyway, good to hear you guys. Happy New Year up there. KD6PQ, KE7UQL, WA6OIB.
Yeah, very good, Ken. Yeah, you're peaked up about an S8 there to me, so it's coming up there. I don't know if it's up for Mike or not, but anyway, if you guys are all hearing me, Happy New Year, and we'll look forward to working you there in the new year, over.
Yes, sir.
You went up, too. You were an S8. Good, solid signal. Good to hear you.
Now, let's see how Rob's doing. KM6SRR. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I think it was Daniel just got on, or was it Richard that got back on? Came up to a S6 for me, so I heard him real good. I want to wish you guys a Happy New Year up there, and we'll talk to you next year.
That was Richard.
Happy New Year, Rob. KM6SR, KD6BQ. And over to you, Daniel. See if while they're up on a peak, you can chat with them. KE7UQL and the net, KD6BQ.
Roger, thank you. WA6OIB and KM6SR, thank you both for that fine signal report. Both of you are strong at this time, and a very Happy New Year to you both. KE7UQL.
Well, Happy New Year to you too, Daniel. Good solid signal there. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Daniel, I heard a little bit of what you said there, and yes, Happy New Year to you. You're kind of weak tonight for me. I don't know, just conditions.
Okay, Rob, a little bit fluttery that time, but thank you for the comeback. K6MYC, KE7UQL. You know, we're 17 days away from a contest, over.
I missed the comment about the contest. You're in a little fade right now. So we'll ask you again about, you said something about the contest. Maybe you're talking about the January contest, right? Yeah, he's having trouble with me also. I'm going to try to have 902 ready for the contest. I will try to have 902 ready for the contest, over. Wow. How about you, Richard? Are you copying that?
Yeah, you're loud right now. Did I fade away?
Oh, you're there. You're fine. I was talking to Daniel, but he faded away. He didn't come back. Just tell him I'm trying to get 902 running for the contest, over.
K6MYC, KE7UQL, over.
I hear you fine. What I said was I'm trying to get the... I'm trying to get the 902 running for the contest. When's the contest?
January 17 and 18, over.
Roger. I think I can make that.
Okay, Roger. And we may even put 902 up, over.
Yeah, that's 902. That's what I'm going to get going, over.
Okay, you're in a bit of a cave, so we'll say Happy New Year and 7-3, KE7UQL. Good luck, folks.
Now, what's the frequency on 902? Is it 902.1? Is that what we would be using?
Yes, that is the call. That is the call, and then you can move down in frequency from there.
Okay, 902.1. That's where we'll be. All right, very good. 73, you're way up right now. How about it, Rob?
Way, KE7UQL 73. Happy New Year.
73, Happy New Year. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Daniel. You came up for me, so I'm hearing you good. KE7UQL, KM6SR. We'll talk to you again next year.
Thank you, Rob. Solid S9 that time. Good. Happy New Year.
Okay, see you next year. You will be on 432 tomorrow, you think?
Rain is in the forecast. We'll see if we can slug our way through the mud. Over.
Okay. Do the best you can, and we'll listen for you, Richard, with your smashing 8-watt signal. Back to you, KD6BQ for a wrap. K6MYC, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Roger, Mike. You're starting to fade a little bit now. But, yeah, we'll look for you tomorrow night with our smashing 8-watt on 432 with the old fence top antenna and see if we can get checked in there. And, yeah, just yesterday I got another 8877 running on HF. So now I got that AL1500 running. And, yeah, that thing's pretty scary. You got to keep it dialed back. It really wants to go overboard. Anyway, 7-3 and Happy New Year to everybody down there. We'll look for you on 432 next year. K6MYC, KD6BQ, Nevada, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, on the AL1500. I had one for a long time, but the most I could ever get out of it was about 2. It sort of runs out of power supply at 2, but maybe they've improved the transformer and given you higher voltage, but I could never get past 2 with it. Over.
Yeah, well, I hit 2, but they're 19-something, but I'm trying to stay under 1,500, so I was a little shocked when the LP100 said 19-something, so I had to try to dial it back. I was only driving it with 40 watts. Over.
Yeah, well, it has more gain at HF. All right, very good. Well, enjoy that. You'll have fun and make some contacts here in the new year real quick like. 7-3, Richard. We'll see you tomorrow next year. KD6BQ and KE7UQL. Good night. K6MYC, and we'll spin back to the Bay Area and maybe further to look for Eddie there, Rob.
Time instead of me having to keep calling and slog through the pile-up, so it definitely helps a little bit. 7-3, Happy New Year, KD6BQ.
Yes, they do go through the pile-up. Thank you. Bye.
Net.
Okay, I'm going to go to the Bay Area briefly. Rob, if you want to continue on and get toward Eddie, we can try that, and then we'll be done.
Okay, KM6SR.
Okay, Bay Area, K6MYC. Anybody late checks or missed in the Bay Area? Late checks or missed for the New Year's Eve 2-meter Bozo Net. K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll go on down. Go ahead, Rob, give Eddie a call.
Eddie, KE6BK, are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Eddie, KE6BK, are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net?
K6BK, K6MYC, Bozo Net, over. I don't hear him. Ken, if you're still there, good evening to you. Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. WA6OIB, thanks for getting in here this evening, and good evening to you also, Aaron. Quiet, but listening, I'm sure. K6US and the group, K6MYC.
Okay, good night, guys. Have a good evening, rest of the evening. I'm going to get over here and get on CW in a little bit here. WA6OIB, Northern Close.
Howdy-dot-it.
Happy New Year, Ken. WA6OIB, KM6SRR.
You too, Rob. Take care, and give our best to Candace, too.
Now, SK doesn't mean dead. In the case, it means silent key or straight key, right?
Yeah, it means straight key tonight. After that, it's dead.
Okay, 7-3.
Thank you, Ken. I'll tell Candace. And Aaron is watching a movie with kids. He wanted me to call him on his little handheld when we're done, Mike.
Okay. All right, good night. One more call for you, Eddie, or KD6KB6RQU, and 6SWR, KE6BK, or W6PYP. Anybody left on the net here for the 2-meter New Year's Eve net on 2 meters, K6MYC, calling and listening. Well, it's awfully quiet, so I think we're done. Happy New Year to everyone. Good night, all. Give me a count, Rob.
Yeah, just a minute. Okay, I've got 37.
I'll take it.
Yeah, have Judy either send me a confirm or send me a picture of yours. The 10-meter net was going on a long time tonight because they had some interesting questions they was asking everybody, so I could have missed a few.
Okay, questions about different sex positions or what?
No, not that interesting. No, they're talking about the first car you got or the fancy car or whatever that you had, so there's a lot of interesting stories over there.
Okay. Okay. I'll have Judy give you some indicator one way or the other here. 7-3, Happy New Year, Rob. Thanks for all the help all through the year. Over.
Okay, Mike. Yes, K6MYC, KM6SR. Yep. Happy New Year to you and Judy, and we'll talk to you next year.
Yep. Happy New Year, all. K6MYC, clear and closing. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo, Bozo 47, closing the 2-meter New Year's Eve 2025 net. And we'll see everybody next year. 7-3.